Oh, what's up, guys? JB's Phoenix here, and we got a few things to do today. We got a lot on the schedule in this short little hour. First off, we always got to start with the book plug. Buy your book if you haven't already. Paperback, only $20. Cheaper than most paperbacks. Most paperbacks will be like, you know what? Give me 25. Give me 30. This paperback is like, nah, bro. Give me a 20 spot. You good. Kindle Unlimited, free 99 minus the 99 cents, so it's just free. Digital, $10, half the paperback, but you don't get to like flip through the paperback. Like I recommend the paperback because you can just paperback thick. And make sure you give it ratings, or a rating, or a review. There's a difference. Rating, you just give it a star rating. Review, you give it a star rating and like the written out thing. I was like, oh, I enjoyed this book so much. That brings our Amazon ranking up by a lot. Just a 5-star rating on its own brought us up, I want to say, 2,000 spots in the superhero science fiction thing. That's what I'm paying attention to the most, because it's the lowest number. The lower the better. Because if you're number one, you're the number one in that category. So get ahead and buy the book. Audiobook should be coming out soon. The cover for it is done already. I'm waiting for the audio from the narrator. Like, I need everything to be perfect for that in order to get that done. But that's coming very soon as well. Like, within the next few days, very soon. So that's that. Shout outs to was it C4 in the Discord that sent me this? Oh wait, no, don't look at that. Go away. Don't look at any of that. What is that? I don't know what that is. He sent me this channel and directed me to the playlist for new music or just non-copyrighted chill music. What? My phone made a notification sound, but ain't nothing show up. Bro. Oh, my aunt just ordered a paperback. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to my aunt. Hustle Rocks, Stream Beats, tricky. So I just go. Okay, I'll check. I don't want to click on it right now, but Itachi is streaming right now as well. Shout outs to Itachi. I was gonna check his stream out today, but I was spending time with family. So shout outs to C4. But the other picture. Oh, you're here, C4. What up? Great music, relaxing. Yeah. Shout out to him for all the playlists we got right now. Speaking of, we're gonna big shout outs to C4 because I'm gonna bring up the picture I saved on the computer. Look at this, bro. He sent it last night. Oh shoot, hang on. Sent it last night to the fan art. The first fan art we've ever received, and look at the quality of this, man's. This is, bro. Make sure you guys follow. I think I have his ArtStation open. I love it. Make sure you have you follow his ArtStation account, because that's where he posts his other arts. But bro, he asked me what my favorite character was that I've created so far. I said Cryo Man. And then he did this. He was like, yeah, let me just whip this up real quick. You know, I was bored during quarantine, nothing to do, so I did this. Bro. It's insane. It's on the channel too. He posted it too. I was not expecting this. It was like no warning or nothing. He was just like, boom, there it is, fan art. Right here. You see my reaction. This was at like 1 a.m. and of course I was up then, but bro, Bro. I don't even... Where the hell did you get the pictures? I know I showed them on stream, but did you screenshot them on stream and then use that as reference, like straight up, to just do that? The F? And Joe, Joe there as well, like, bro. Thank you. Yeah, screen grab as reference, bro. Big shout outs to the homie C4 for this, bro. Like, I kind of want to see what some other characters would look like too. Like, now you've given me a taste, C4, and I really want to know what some other people are gonna look like. But shout outs to C4, man. He's just like, you know, I forgot exactly what you said. You said creating cool stories or something like that. It was in the DMs. I don't want to show the DMs, but yeah, dude, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's about to become my new mobile wallpaper, dude. It's like dimensions for it. I posted this on Instagram and Facebook on my accounts and my Snapchat. But I credited the homie, dude. Insane. And I created a new folder in my messy documents thing just for this. Just for that. So the biggest of shout outs to C4. Again, make sure you follow his ArtStation. His account is C4 Play. But without further ado, let's get into, I have no idea how long this chapter is, but we're reading it on stream because I didn't have enough time to do it beforehand, but I also don't want to have to like upload it to the 3 sites that we're uploading to currently and then re-upload again after, so we might as well do it. I want to give y'all a taste of what, in case you're not reading the free story right now, I'm going to give you a little taste of what's to come with it. So this story is about Anti. You have probably heard his name plenty of times before because we are creating several characters around him right now. I should definitely have... Is he not in the recent? Okay, it's not. Book ready. So Anti here. This is his story. So to catch you up a little bit, he was reborn due to a deal he made with an archangel. They were like, yo, work for me. You're a soldier now. Do this task for me. He's reborn out of vengeance and revenge and all that, because you know how that whole story goes. He's like, my family and my own life. Darn it. So he went through Earth, through a lot of alien... He went through vampires first, and then alien beings on Earth, to try and find this belt, this dimension belt, which gets him to the gates of hell, the hell dimension, right? So, with me so far. So then he, I'm gonna do this side. I'm gonna put this over here. All this good. So right now he's going through the circles of hell. My circles of hell a little different than Dante's Inferno. I pull up the document, but I don't know how much time we have. So right now he's in the 5th circle. He's about to fight one of the 7 deadly sins, one of the archdemons, Envy, also known as the Leviathan. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, or feel free to ask in the chat. I will 100% answer them. Can't guarantee I'm going to stay on top of the entire time I answer your question, because I realize I tend to go off elsewhere. So let's get it. Chapter 8. Alright, if you haven't been through my dramatic read-throughs, they're not that dramatic unless it's in the voice of somebody, unless it's like first-person point of view, which most of my stories aren't, because I like being all over the place, as you can tell by the way I talk. So let's go, Chapter 8. As soon as Antithesis entered the fifth circle, and that's another thing, instead of referring to him as Anti in the first story in his origin, I refer to him as Antithesis. I don't know why I did that. Entered the first circle, he noticed an immediate change, for he stood on the edge of a green pool of some sort. As he looked up, he noticed the pool extended the farther his gaze reached. The green body of water resembled more of a sea than a pool. "Must be nice," a gruff voice bellowed. "Given a perfect life, while in the land of the living, given a second chance at life, being more powerful than nearly every being, cosmic or not, you come across." The spirit's question would be answered as the ground shook and the water receded toward the center of the sea. He followed the rising eyes of an enormous sea serpent as it broke the surface of the green sea and reached the height of a skyscraper. This was a Leviathan. The Leviathan, the archdemon of envy. "I am envious of what you've been able to accomplish, Abandoned One," Leviathan said. "So jealous, I will kill you out of envy." Before Antithesis could charge head-on at the beast, he noticed skeletons rise from the waters, clad in varying armors. They looked as if they belonged to several different warrior clans of ancient time periods, like knights, Vikings, samurai, and ninja. Don't know why ninja's there, but ninja's there. Antithesis knew he'd be able to handle the hench demons, but he did not count on Leviathan attacking him while he fought the skeletal warriors off. He readjusted is readjusted one word? I don't know why I put a dash there. I'm pretty sure readjusted is one word. That's why we're reading this out loud as well, so it's good to upload. Readjusted his plan and used the archdemon's attacks to do the work of re-killing the hench demons for him, so he could focus on the beast. Leviathan used its head as a weapon and smashed at the sea while also breathing green poisonous gas. The gas would prove a difficult obstacle for Antithesis, for as the specter leaped into the air with Dimension Splitter, his sword, in hand to deliver a finishing blow, he inhaled the green gas. When he did, the Leviathan disappeared and he could only slice at the air. The Phantom fell through the air and plunged into the green sea. He resurfaced from the water and searched around for the serpent, but he felt the temperature of the water changing beneath him. He decided to dive under the water in the jade-tinted darkness. He saw the glowing red eyes of the serpent, whose body didn't have an end, much like the Hell Dragon. So I wanted to play a little bit on the fear of thalassophobia, which is the fear of like the open sea, I believe is the definition. But yeah, it's a pretty terrifying thing. Like if you ever just look that up, there's a lot of images that might spook you. I don't know how much time we have. I don't know how long this story is. Oh boy, the laptop's doing the thing again. There it is. Welcome to the stream, Daddy. You is here indeed. Alright, so this is, yeah, some of these images of thalassophobia is fear of the open sea. There's a Jason statue somewhere. Stuff like this, all of this. Look at that. That's an eyeball. That's Photoshop 100%. But stuff like that is creepy. The shark things, those are all creepy. Like that, like bro, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Like imagine just the darkness beneath it, bro. Stuff like that. All of it. There's submechanophobia, which is the fear of either structures or like air vehicles or something under the sea, like that, sunken ships and stuff like that. There's a whole thing, subreddits and all that. But that's what I wanted to play on, just That's what I wanted to play on in this scene a little bit. The Wraith decided to resurface for more air before diving to attack Leviathan, but just before he broke the surface of the sea, the beast's body coiled around him and dragged him further down into the depths. The Spectre's arms were wrapped, so he was unable to reach for Dimension Splitter or a Dagger of Deception. He tried using the super strength to force his way out, but he believes the gas weakened him. He was running out of air quickly. Leviathan brought the Phantom face to face with him and breathed even more toxic gas into the Phantom's face, taunting him, even though the gas wouldn't affect him further because the Phantom held his breath. Phantom, Wraith, Spectre, all of that's referring to Anti. I will do what none of my brothers and sisters before me could, Leviathan said, opening his mouth. As he moved his head closer to Antithesis to eat him, he briefly saw a flash of whitish red, it should be whitish gold. I changed the color of it because I feel whitish gold is more royal as far as flames go. And I'm also probably going to end up changing his outfit colors. I like an Egyptian. I like just the whole Egyptian color scheme. The white, black, gold, and blue. That's just such a satisfying color scheme, you know? So I'd probably, if I were to change something about him, I'd probably change the red to blue. And make the flames white. I could always redraw them, but I really like this picture. Plus, there was a mistake there, so I'd probably redraw it anyway at some point. So flash white as gold before swallowing the Spectre holes. Whitish gold referring to his plasmic holy flames. Leviathan then slivered to the surface of the sea to check on the hench demons. As he surveyed the area, he felt something kick in his elongated stomach. No, the archdemon said, "There's a gas and water in my stomach. There's no way he should." Leviathan then roared as Antithesis burst through his stomach with a flaming fist. Leviathan, quickly recovering, tried to breathe more gas on the spirit, but Antithesis leapt at Leviathan's body again, forcing himself through on one side and popping out the other. Then he turned around and went back through higher up on the beast body. So he's like weaving in and out of the snake right now. Oh, what up, Itachi? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I would have been there early, but you can ask my family. I was spending time with my family again. I saw you were streaming. And I will check out the thing you said in the suggestions thing for I think it was music. Was it music? Music playlist. Also, I didn't shout outs to Belle Puppy. I know who that is in real life because I was just playing D&D with her yesterday. But shout outs to her for the follow. Oh, I didn't upgrade the follower thing. That. While I try to continue to read, let's see if we can multitask. Nope, can't do it. Then he went higher up on the beast body. The spirit went in and out all the way up the serpent's body, Leviathan letting out a roar with each protrusion until he eventually punched through the head of the archdemon. Upgrade. This update is 56 out of 60. Antithesis then swam through the water, emerging on the other side of the sea, and looked back at the corpse of the deadly sin of envy before turning and entering the sixth circle. The circle of wrath is exactly what Antithesis pictured it would look like. Everything on fire with a mix of orange and black glowing hell flames. Souls moaning and screaming because they were on fire, and at the center of the torture, on an iron throne, sat Satan. Not to be confused with Decimus, the devil. Satan, blue-skinned, large horns, dressed in a revealing armor and cloth, was an archdemon, the archdemon of wrath. He smiled at the sight of Antithesis and rose from his throne, slugging a spiked hammer over his shoulder, because wrath would 100% have a hammer of some sort. And if it was going to be a hammer, why not a spike? You lost soul? The archdemon questioned, pacing back and forth in front of the Heavenborn. I assure you I am not, the soul responded. I seek passage through to the ninth circle, archdemon. Don't try to flatter your way out of this, Satan said, pointing a clawed finger at the Phantom, who questioned how he was being flattering at all. Calling me archdemon won't get you anything from me. Not an archdemon. I am. Then explain how I flatter you, Antithesis demanded. The archdemon smirked and snorted. I always thought the back and forth of two about to duel, referring to each other as what they were, was flirtatious, Satan said. It's verbal battling before the actual battle begins. You view arguing as flirtatious. I am a demon, Satan said. I welcome negativity. Is that why you chose to face me instead of letting me pass? Antithesis asked, still trying to avoid conflict. So, to be clear, this dude, Antithesis, he's not trying to actually fight these things. He's trying to avoid it, and if you would have read chapter 7, which is up now, you would see that he is trying his best to avoid some fights. He's just trying to get, like, to the end of his journey, but people keep effing with him. So he's just like, well, I gotta kill you too. Like, what other option I got right now, bro? I'm trying to see my family. That's essentially what he's saying. Darius Stone, bro, this music is too loud. Oh, okay, let me turn it down. My bad, bro. Oh, wait, I muted it. That's not. Let me know if that's better. Put it at. Here we go. Alright, let me know if that's better. Still trying to avoid conflict? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Satan said. Nah, I'm afraid I'm a huge step up from Leviathan. I'm prepared, the Wraith said, getting into a fighting stance with one hand at the ready to draw either Dimension Splitter or a Dagger of Deception. Better. Okay, cool. Oh, are you now? Satan asked. He then bumped his hammer off his shoulder, and it came crashing into the ground, shaking the entire circle. Antithesis stood his ground as Satan raised the hammer up to his own face and simply breathed on it, setting it ablaze with black hell flames. He then rested it back on his shoulder and pointed at the specter. My hellfire versus your holy flames, he said. You do know what that is, don't you? Antithesis ignored the archdemon as he ran at him with full speed. We had another action sequence happening, people. Satan barely reacted in time to deflect Dimension Splitter's swipe. Again, Dimension Splitter is a sword. With his spiked hellhammer. Antithesis then swung a few more times before unintentionally giving Satan an open opportunity. The archdemon swung his hellhammer and connected it to Antithesis' ribs, sending him flying across the circle. The spirit struggled to stand once more, feeling pain coming from his side and seeing that the connected hit had not only broken his ribs, but set them on fire. You ever have your ribs set on fire? I can't imagine it's fun. I haven't, but I can't imagine it's fun. Like his battle with the three archdemon sisters, he was unable to heal. He was getting weaker the longer he stayed here, or was it something to do with particular archdemons that had the power to negate his regeneration? As the archdemon of wrath sauntered toward him menacingly, he came to terms with the fact that his regeneration might not be available from here on out. Before Satan reached him, he fought fire with fire and set his ribs ablaze with plasmic holy flames. Again, I changed these to gold, not whitish red. Canceling out the black, eternally burning hell flames. His ribs remained broken for the time being. So, this man's right here is about to fight Satan with broken ribs. And no healing. Bro, why is he beefing Satan? So, to catch you up, Darius Stone, he died, right? He was leading an average life. His family was killed, and he saw what killed his family. He assumed it was a demon, and when he died, he went to limbo. He was brought to limbo, right? He made a deal with an archangel, and the archangel was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you get revenge on your family, but you gotta become a soldier for Heaven's army, right? So he was sent on a journey. He went to Earth and fought all these aliens and stuff. He finally got this belt that allowed him access to the Hell Dimension, and he's going through the circles to find out who killed his family. Nobody wants to tell him, of course, so he's killing essentially every demon right now. So that's the short of it right now. And before this fight, he just killed Leviathan, which is the archdemon of envy. So there's that. And there's a few more circles, I think 2 or 3 more circles after this one. So Satan's not even the worst of it. In my universe, Satan is an archdemon. Lucifer is also an archdemon, and then the devil is also a separate entity, being. So he's fighting Satan right now. But there's going to be a twist coming soon. A twist you could probably predict. We will get to that though. So you've tried to remix Spawn with that divine. What's divine comedy? Remix Spawn. Essentially, yeah. He's the antithesis of, hence his name, of every hell-based character you can think of. There's Ghost Rider, that's a big one. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat's another big one. Spawn, they've all made deals with demons. He made a deal with an angel. Yep. So, oh yeah. So he's still fighting with broken ribs. Once within range, Satan reached out a hand and shot hell flames from his palms at the Heavenborn. Antithesis counteracted with his own flames before somersaulting out of the way as Satan's hell flames conquered his holy flames. So Satan's hell flames just beat his own flames. Where you run into, Spectre? Satan questioned while turning to face Antithesis as the Phantom sheathed Dimension Splitter and withdrew his daggers of deception. These things you can't really see behind them. Before he could do anything further, the demon exhaled, breathing flames at Antithesis. Instead of dodging again, the Wraith decided to cover himself in holy flame to deflect it while he continued his plan. As the hell flames dissipated and Satan could see Antithesis stood still, he noticed the chains of sacrifice were wrapped around the daggers. What are you planning to do with those? They strong as your fancy sword there? The archdemon questioned. Antithesis didn't answer as he stood motionless, waiting for Satan's next move, daggers and chains in hand. Satan then did what he least expected and leaped into the air. It should be leapt, shouldn't it? The past tense of leap, leapt. Did I spell that right? Or is it going to correct it to leap? No, I forgot the A. Whoops. Dante's Divine Comedy. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Are you talking about... That's not Devil May Cry. When I hear Dante, I just assume either Dante's Inferno or Devil May Cry. But man, writing about the Man of Hell hasn't peeped Paradise Lost or the Divine Comedy. Yeah, I don't know what those are. Antithesis looked up, but could only see so far into the darkness. He tried to run out of the way and teleported a few different places within the open circle to be safe, but he wasn't, as Satan still tracked him and landed directly on top of him, crushing his body and rendering the Spectre immobile. How? Antithesis strained to say through grit teeth. I teleported to a pocket dimension where I was able to keep my height that I jumped. It should be the height that I jumped, and I waited there until you stopped moving, Satan explained. He leaned close. Oh, it should be he leaned in close, and now I've stopped you from moving. He hears the struggled grunts of the Heavenborn. Trying to move, trying to teleport, trying to regenerate, Satan said before cackling. Yeah, that shit's not gonna work against me. Why? Because of how deep you are in the circle, Spirit, Satan explained, displaying his hubris. You were empowered by the archangels, right? Well, the longer you're here, the weaker you get. You lose your connection to your roots. Antithesis continued to struggle. Hey, let me ask you something, Satan said. Why are you fighting? How'd you end up in this shit? The archangels gave me a second chance at life, Antithesis said, losing hope. Satan chuckled. That what they called it? The archdemon asked. One of your kind killed me and my family, and I will not stop until I find out who it was and kill them. Antithesis shouts. You think one of us did it? Do you even know the history behind those bastards? The archdemon continued. Michael lost the duel against Apothiel for control of Heaven's army. Apothiel was obsessed with finding a weapon, killing machine, to carry out the dirty work of eliminating all of us. Who's really to blame is lies, Antithesis shouts. Which one of you did it? I just told you. Tell me. Without moving still, Antithesis' body became covered in his signature plasmic holy flames. Satan removed his foot from the specter's body as Antithesis had burned it. Then, by miracle, Antithesis stood to his feet, still covered in holy flames, able to move. The hell? Satan said. You will no longer be a part of it, Antithesis proclaimed, and he let his daggers and chains, also covered in plasmic holy flames, fall to the ground. Google, bro. I gritted. It's gritted teeth, by the way. Did I say grit teeth? Shouldn't that affect Satan too? What are you talking about? Oh, that's way in the beginning. You're right. I did put gritted teeth in the beginning. There we go. I do encourage editing, I guess to call it. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, cool. Satan is a fallen angel. No, not in my story. So in my story, Satan, Lucifer, and the devil are three separate entities. Satan is an archdemon, and he represents the deadly sin of wrath. Lucifer is a different archdemon, represents pride. And the devil is just the leader of all of them. Why? So no, to answer your question there, pretty much. I still think I had it to where Lucifer did fall, but Satan has always been like there. To no longer be a part of it, let thing fall around, right? Satan took a step back in fear before taking a step forward and swinging his hellhammer at the Heavenborn. The Heavenborn whipped out a chain at it and knocked it out of the archdemon's grasp. Satan then turned back to Antithesis, not even attempting to retrieve his hammer, and breathed hell flames on the spirit. However, they did not affect him, and he continued walking forward through them. Satan then dug his arms into the ground and attempted to throw Antithesis off balance, but Antithesis shot out a heated chain and cut Satan's right arm off. The archdemon roared and grabbed at the stump, heating it with flames to cauterize it. There'd be no point, as Antithesis whipped out his other chain at the archdemon's other arm, slicing it cleanly off as well. Satan looked up and roared into the darkness, and Antithesis took advantage of the exposed neck, whipping out both daggers and chains into the archdemon's throat. The archdemon could no longer make noise as it struggled to remove the chains, but couldn't, as he couldn't touch them without being burned. The Heavenborn then tugged on his chains, removing them from Satan's neck, but forcing the demon to slam his head into the ground. As Satan waited to die, Antithesis sent his chain out and retrieved the hellhammer. He lifted it and swung with the archdemon's face head on, knocking the demon's head off and up into the air. Then, to finish it off, Antithesis shot a chain out at the head, connecting the dagger through the forehead and set it on fire, therefore causing it to explode. He wonders how he's even able to stand after being rendered immobile. Maybe it had something to do with him still being connected to his roots, and not as far gone from heaven as Satan taunted. Maybe the archangels watched him completing his journey right now and could not bear to see him lose. He could not find an explanation. As Antithesis looked at the dead body of the archdemon of wrath, he also wondered what came over him, as he's never gone overboard like that before. He pondered the possible influence of the archdemon's sin as he moved on to the circle of pride and treachery. Wonder whose circle that is. So essentially what made him as angry as, well, what he just was because of Satan's influence being the archdemon of wrath. So we're going to copy this over to the other sites. Give it a second. It could go faster, but it doesn't seem like it wants to. There we go. Okay. So let's open. Where is it here? Okay. Oh, you don't want to open. Bro, where did the demons come from? If they're not ex-angels, it needs to be explained. That's why they've been in fiction for 500 years. As he had never gone overboard. I mean, yeah, he's gone overboard, but the anger, wrath, whatever got to him, and he continued to go overboard. And no, I don't really want to explain where the demons or angels came from. They're in their own dimensions. They've kind of always been a thing. Same as any of the gods in my universe, they've kind of always been a thing. There's no like origin story for them. Certain ones I do give origin stories to. So edit part. Going to add chapter 8. Okay, we can just publish. Oh wait, do we? I don't think we have a good picture to go along with this. Uh, PlayStation sound,
Fuck remote controller, man. What the fuck, nigga?
bro.
PlayStation music.
Um,
That's the mixtape PlayStation music. Levitating music.
I'll just use a picture of Algiers because he's blue skinned. He looks similar to what I imagine this Satan would look like.
You rap niggas and orphans. That's about an abortion. My all-time greatest like Serena and Jordan. And the rhymes is mean and pristine like libraries. Bitches keep playing. What I think Marion. But I'm thinking
Okay, it's one.
so crazy. Fully coolly is that king. And I do that thing. And I'm cold. Walking on the clouds. Walking on the moon. Goddamn, I saw. Yeah, strong like Samson. Goddamn, bring me Samson. I wanna smoke weed. Wanna get high with my drink.
You had it in the wrong tent. Oh,
Girl at the girl. Pearl at the pearl. Look, diamond at the diamond. Look, choking like a habit. And I cool with that motherfucker. Know my rhyme be on
let's
the
see.
time. They can't stop my flow. Fully coolly, that dude. I'm the king. Cooper nigga. What the fuck you saying? Mugging me just like a junkyard dog. And I kill these niggas. Who the fuck is y'all?
Oh
Flexing
yeah,
my
you're right.
wrist like it's
As he'd never gone overboard
nigga with a
before.
big group.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Well, now we gotta copy this. Well, we don't have to, but I'm gonna. Nah, I can just change it in this thing. Edit. Okay, let's add the chapter here. I've added polls for Royal Road and Scribble Hub, just because I want to see who you guys think the best kill was, coolest kill was. I mean, for the chapters as we move along, the polls will get like smaller and smaller. In the beginning, there was a lot because he killed a lot of people, beings, things. Oh no, this is chapter 7. Go back. Chapter. Okay, add poll. Best kill. And then we had Leviathan and Satan. Okay, that one's done. That one is done. Oh wait, that's not done. That needs to go at the bottom. Whoops, I forgot. I always forget to do that for this one. There we go. Alright, that should be done now. Then one more. Cool. think we edit and then add from here. I always forget, man. I should know this by now. So now that the Audible cover is done, my artist should be getting ready, or I don't know if he's still doing the character designs for the other free story, the Disturbed Delinquent series. Because we're done. Did we finish 4 or 5 chapters? I think we finished 4 chapters out of that one. Got a poll. Oh, wait. No, this is the wrong thing. And hit this origin chapter. Copy this. Make sure the tense is right at the bottom. And add the poll. Best kill. We got Leviathan. Then we got. I think it gets a little more. We get a few more kills, like special kills, when we get to the next portion of the story. I'm just gonna say. Let's publish that. Bro, check out Paradise Lost and the Divine Comedy. They're like 400 years old, but from the basis of any journey into hell with a hierarchy of demons for heroic quests. I will look into that, Darius. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm gonna have those tabs right now. Paradise Lost. Wow, computer. Thank you for this. So much. Oh boy. Oh boy. Close out of that. Close out of this. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll look into that later. Paradise Lost and Divine Comedy. I'll remember those. So let's. Oh, let's. Wait, where's the new? Is it still? God dang it. I can't even. Bro. I just close out of this one. Wow. Wow. I still don't know. What is it doing? What is it doing? What is this? What is that? This is, you guys see this? This is incredible. The music stopped too. Wow. So that's the reason I can't stream and play my PC games, because when I'm streaming, apparently my computer wants to be stupid. C4, Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno, Purgatory, Paradiso, and Paradise Lost, basically the Fall of Lucifer. All books based on the backbone of modern fiction, Hell Demons, and it's good reads, hard reads too, though. Yeah, I think I got the gist of Dante's Inferno. Better have mad mods on The Witcher 3 in 2020. I don't. I don't. I don't. I didn't even complete the game normally the first time. The whole thing I got, like, I looked into Dante. God dang it. I looked into Dante's Inferno for the Circles of Hell thing. Is it a poem? It's like an epic poem or something? Uh, no. Paradise Lost story. What's your PC specs, dude? C4, I don't know. I'm not a computer dude. I don't know any of that stuff, bro. Like my roommate, when I bought this one, tried to help me, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this means. I have this for 2, 3 years now, so I think it'll be time to get a new one soon. Yeah, this looks like legit. Um, Jesus Christ, I really can't do anything right now. I've got the music going, and I have a lot of tabs open, but none of the tabs are really doing anything. For some reason, I can't stream and stream something else at once. So stupid. I got this thing to be a gaming thing, but I couldn't even play it at not even nearly the best settings without lag, dude. So I don't know. I've never been good with the computer stuff. Um, Next mode, bruv, they've put snitches in the last circle of hell. Okay, Brutus, Lucifer, and Judas. If you're down, I'll see if I can help later after stream or something. Please, maybe, yeah. It's normally not this bad, but I don't know what it is. It's been doing this a lot actually recently, but never this bad as what you just saw. Paradise Lost, death travels to an alternate dimension via a bridge made of death and sin. It's wild. Yeah, that sounds along the lines of what we're doing over here with Anti Story. But I got the gist of. I just wanted to know about the Nine Circles of Hell because I've heard of it so much. I learned it was from Dante's Inferno, and I learned what each of. Like, I have research documents all over my Google Drive. And I found out what each circle was and all that, and what was in each circle. But for my story, I just rearranged them and changed what some of the circles represented and what was in each circle and stuff like that. So I kind of know a little bit about it. Wow, the music really did just shut off, and this is just awful. Yes, continue watching. What do you mean? What is YouTube? Is YouTube like Netflix now, bro? What is that? Why is it asking me if I'm continuing watching? It's a playlist. All right. We only got 7 minutes, so I want to finish imagining what these three are gonna look like. I still have the backstory in mind for Diaz. I might make his name like Opal or something like that, but I don't really like that name. Opus might be a good name because him and Anti are meant to be rivals. Antithesis represents something, hence his name, but Anti is also just a cool short name. Diaz would mean God. Any sort of spelling would just mean God. But I'm not sure I want him to have that name, even though it's a really cool name. I don't know if it's a right fit for him. So every day, little by little, I'm still developing him. Oh, I didn't give a real name to Red Wraith. She has elastic tentacles. Did I describe her body at all? Yeah, cyborg body parts. I really don't need to do much describing for her. Flaming Hellskull, what else would he have? What else would Red Wraith have? A cloak? Probably not. The devil even, bro, if you're running Chrome with less than 16 gigabytes of streaming, you shouldn't have problems. on 0 hour contract. What? I understood the Chrome thing, but I don't know. I don't know, dude. Shoot, I'm using Twitch Studio Beta to stream because I couldn't figure out OBS. All it was giving me was black screens all over, so I don't know. I tried looking for answers on OBS, and it just seems like OBS gives everybody problems. For real. What's he look like? Red Wraith, Chaotic Evil. Red pants. Got Flaming Skull. What does his skin look like? Does he reveal any of his skin? Is he all skeleton? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Black boots. OBS is built by aliens. That's some practical joke. Ain't no one can use that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Twitch Studio is just easier for me to use, but because it's like, well, it's just easy to use, but I don't know what it is about streaming and doing something else on the computer. If I'm streaming, I can't be doing anything else on the computer. Otherwise, I get problems like what you just saw. Plus, I probably need to close out some tabs, but the only other thing streaming I have right now is the music you hear. No, I'm not going to force anything with these three. Plus, they're not going to come into any of Anti's stories anytime soon. New weapons by Michael. Scythe. Scythe. What else? He goes to Egypt. Quest to find and free. I'm just gonna keep calling him Deus for now. That name might stick, might end up sticking. And free Deus. Yeah, it might be interesting if the other archangels, like when Apotheal dies, spoiler, in the story of Descended, like the other archangels already knew he made it. Deus made a deal with Apotheal and was like, I'm not carrying any of this dude's stuff out anymore. And they're like, okay, we'll hide yourself until he's good and dead. No, because if they knew, they'd like put him on trial and stuff. No, that doesn't make much sense. Quest to maybe there's like a relic he needs to find, and it's like covered in crystal, and the local gods are like, yeah, we can help you with that. But somebody's stuck in it. Somebody can control crystal, we know, but he's like sealed himself off, so you'll need to convince him to come out. Yes, I like that. Find a relic. Don't know what the relic does, don't know what the relic is yet, but I'm just calling it a relic. It's stuck in crystal. Stuck in crystal. The archangels. history, the Egyptian gods say that a man that buried himself in a tomb somewhere in Egypt would be able to help. And Anti has to convince this deist to comply. And comes face to face with his new eternal rival. And they square off until Anti can convince Deist that Apophio has been slain. Deist gets... I'm just playing out the beats right now. It's not even the full beats, not beat by beat. I'm just the overarching story, then we'll do the beats when we actually get to the freedom beats. Hell, I use it. I can walk you through. You use Twitch Studio or OBS? Speak for it. You gotta end it in a minute. OBS. Okay. I don't know. It's just I'm not sure I want to use it. It doesn't seem like it's easier to use than Twitch Studio. But I feel like I might have more control over things if I knew everything in OBS. So Deist gets the relic out for Anti and returns with Anti to the Heaven Dimension. Oh, we're dropping frames again. Thank you so much, Twitch Studio, made it. Thank you so much. Plan that out a little bit. We know where that's going. Finally have the story to write, so maybe we can get into the beats next time. If I don't read chapter 9 before stream, we're probably going to do another live reading of chapter 9. Wait, actually, let me check to see how long it is. Because we might not even be able to read it all. So, page 59 all the way to page... Oh, we can read that. 67. I know the final chapters get a little long. But we could definitely read that on stream. Plus, to give you guys a little bit more of the taste of what's to come. You want to know the full story, the stories, the free stories for Anti's origin is up on Wattpad, Royal Road, and Scribblehub. I recommend Scribblehub because, well, I just get the most traffic for all of my stories there. So, go check those out. But I'm gonna get out. Your boy's gonna get out of here. Once again, big shout outs to C4 Black. You'll follow his ArtStation account because he sent the they're still open. He sent this, guys. He sent. Look at this. Would you just look at it? It's not opening. Okay, there it is. Would you just look at it? Come on, guys. All right. Yo, Joe. I thought you were streaming longer, like an hour. No, that's next week, Joe. That's next week. Next week we start an hour and a half. And then the following week we do 2 hours. What's today? Wednesday? Oh god, it's already Wednesday? Next Monday. Yeah. But Your boy's gonna get out of here. I will see everybody back here tomorrow, 8 to 9 p.m. Yes. All right. Oh, obligatory book plug. Make sure you guys buy the first Descended book. I'm still waiting to hear back from more literary agents right now. It's not going so hot, y'all. I got my 5th rejection letter this morning, which kind of sucks. But I sent out like over 40, so I'm hoping somebody takes the bait. Paperback $20, Kindle Unlimited, free 99 minus 99, and digital is $10. Make sure you give it a rating, because ratings, you do not know how much ratings help. Like, I'm telling you how much ratings help, and they help even more than what I'm saying. So ratings or review is the full thing, but ratings, you just give it a star rating. That's all you gotta do. And we jump up in rankings. So that's gonna be it from your boy for today. Again, I'll see everybody tomorrow. I made it late. Give the book cover over 9,000 ratings. All you need is one yes. Yeah, that's very true. I'm waiting for the yes. Those fools are missing out on millions of dollars. And then once I get that one literary agent that gets me that book publishing deal, they're gonna be looking like, yo, isn't that the kid we rejected? And be like, yeah, why did you not accept him as an agent? Now we don't have what that agent has. So it's their loss. We're gonna get out of here though. Yeah, it's coming for sure. I think Mess is streaming right now. Let's see if we can raid Mess. Raid channel. Mess Express. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, be here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. And this is J-Base Felix once again, signing off. Wait. Oh, it's not. I forgot. It's the whole, you gotta wait for the countdown thing, and then I gotta remember that.